Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been a hot minute, I hate that, a long time since I've filmed. We've been busy, moved twice, and it's a long story that I really don't want to get into. So, I am back though. I'm going to be posting as often as I can, at least once a week. Probably won't be able to do the twice a week like I used to just because we're trying to get our lives caught back up. But this video is on how to get a hair and makeup look that takes about 10 minutes. I do this daily almost for work, and this would also be good for school when you don't have much time because, let's face it, most people like to sleep in. So this is a good look for that. So if you want to see how to get this look in 10 minutes, then just keep watching. Okay, so ignore my hair. This is just until we do it. So today we're going to do kind of a 10-minute back to school or not much time in the morning for work kind of makeup and hair routine. I'm going to attempt to use as minimum of makeup as possible just so that it's the fastest in the day, and this is actually pretty much what I do every morning on my way to work just because it's the easiest, it's the fastest, and I love my sleep. So to start off, we're just going to use the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and honestly I most of the time skip primer and I regret it later, so we're going to do it now. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and I'm just going to put that on the back of my hand. Whoa. This is why I don't like pumps. I always accidentally get too much out. And then I'm just going to take a flat top or a flat, what do they call it? Flat foundation brush and just apply that to my face. Now just because I have so much left, I'm just going to bring it down my neck. Make sure everything matches. And then I'm going to use my my makeup brush set, the biggest brush that I did. My previous video I did a review on all of these, and I think this is the biggest one. I can't remember the name of it though. If you do want to see that review on these brushes, it was a set of, I believe, 10? I think so, 10. Something like that. If you want to see that review, I will link it down below. I really hope the camera doesn't pick up how disgustingly dry my nose is. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Concealer. Alright, and then I'm just going to use my Beauty Blender to pounce that out. And I'm also going to bring it up on my eyes to kind of cancel the redness out. Alright, so then to set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with this NYX palette, which I just put into a Z palette. And I'm going to go in with this color and a little bit of the yellow. And then I'm just patting that under the eye. I'm going to go ahead and go into my MAC Studio Fix and use that to set my face. Okay, so then I don't normally contour just because I feel like I don't have enough time, and it's an extra step you could avoid. So what I normally do is I just kind of bronze up the face. So I am going to use a mixture of these two colors in this palette, and then we're just gonna bronze up my face. And then I'm going to go back in it with that shade that we set the under eyes with and carve this out a little, clean it up. Alright, so you can skip this step if you want. It's not necessary, but I like doing it, so I love highlighting my face. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Precious Petals, I believe, yeah, Precious Petals highlighting powder. And I'm just going to use a fan brush. So then if you don't need to, if you have good brows, you can just skip brows. And I have decent brows, but I like the look of them more filled in. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. Okay, so this one, I don't know what happened to it, but this is what I normally do, is this one at least. This one just kind of went a little crazy. Normally I add mascara and then that's all I do, but I'm going to take it a slight step further just because I occasionally do this sometimes when I feel like this is just a little too dull. Normally I'll take MAC Nylon and put it in the corners of my eyes just to give it a little bit of pop to my eyes. But I'm going to actually go in with the Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm just going to do a couple of things just to make my eyes not so basic. I've never used this brush, so I'm gonna try it. So just to give my eyes a little bit of dimension, I'm going to go in with, what is it called? Raw Sienna. So with that Raw Sienna, I'm just gonna put it in the crease, and that's all I'm gonna do. I don't like that brush. So when I put it in the crease, I put it in the crease, but then as I'm doing the crease, once there's a little less product, I just kind of bring it down a little onto the lid. And then in that palette, I'm also going to go in with, I don't know, I'm going to go in with this shade. I believe it's Vermeer, something like that. And I'm just going to pop that in my inner corner just to give it a little something. And then I'm also going to put a little bit under my brow bone. And that's all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Better Than Sex Waterproof Mascara. So for school or for work, all I ever do is really put a lip gloss on because I try to be more realistic. I don't have time at work especially to reapply my lipstick all day and worry about it when I'm eating and drinking as I'm doing work. I don't want to focus on that. So all I do in the morning is I put lip gloss on, just because after I do all this, my lips normally get blanked out by foundation. So I put this on just as a morning beginning thing, and then it just goes away throughout the day, and I'm okay with that. But what I'm going to do, since everything else is so basic, I'm going to go ahead and do the Bare Minerals lip gloss in Rule Breaker. So now onto the hair. So I'm just going to straighten it real quick, which I'll just fast forward through that. Alright, so after you straighten your hair, it's really fast and simple. All I do is take one bobby pin, and that was dumb, and I twist my hair in the front. That was a little too far, but... And then I just take the bobby pin, and there you go. Well, bam! Makes it look like you tried. Alright, so that's how to get this 10-minute makeup and hair look. So that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching, and until next time.